Hello, everybody. Feel free to ask any questions you have, or just have a little chat. This is a bit blurry, but we're walking in the city center of Antwerp. Antwerp being the second biggest city of Belgium, after our capital of Brussels. Oh, 10 people in here. Nice. Feel free to ask any questions. Any questions? See, 10 people are joining us, which is nice. It's a bit windy, so I would be able to hear me very well. That's in the chat. Any questions? Or just in general? Yeah, let's have a chat. Doing this walk for my daily step goal. Yeah, in front we have the KBC Tower, one of the biggest banks of Antwerp, biggest banks of the country of Belgium. So native companies being Belgium based, currently has different companies around Europe. And the second biggest building of Antwerp, biggest being the cathedral. And from a historical point of view, there is not one single building which is taller than our cathedral. So, questions in English, French, or Dutch? Go to the future and buy some Belgian fries. No, sorry, man. Already ate. Didn't eat Belgian fries though, but something we enjoy. There you can see it, our cathedral, tallest building of the city. Historically, there wasn't a permit for another building to be taller. Now, not so much Catholic anymore, city it is, but yeah, it still remains the same. Any questions? Now we're walking very much towards the city center. with. They make wines. And here we are in the very much historical center of the city. This is beneath the cathedral, as you can see. This for sale. Anybody interested? It's on City Plus. Nice building. Probably over $1 million. Very nice cathedral. It's being rebuilt, or at least renovated. Yeah. Any questions, feel free. This is a normally very lovely neighborhood, bars all around. But due to COVID-19, these are all closed, unfortunately. And this used to be, or it still is actually, our town hall. But it's being renovated and it's really, really badly lit at the moment, which is too bad because normally it's a really nice building. And then on the other side you have this very nice, lovely old houses. There's still people living here. Still people living here. That's nice. Really costs $1 million as well. So this is a great place, the market of Antwerp. Right, let's go towards the nicest church of the city. And this is a hostel. I didn't even know it. Cool. So next time you're around in Antwerp, come here. It's perfectly located, middle of the city center. That's nice. All these bars, all closed. Can still do takeaway, because that's Corona proof, COVID proof, apparently. But at the moment, everything is closed. We're around 8 o'clock at night, by the so it's so dark. Still a lot of people around. People doing their evening walks because you can't do anything else at the moment. What's up, everybody? Feel free to ask anything in English, French, or Dutch. Dutch being my native tongue, French being my second language, and of course English. The lingua franca world. 9 people. Nice. This is a typical friterie where you have all kinds of fried meat inside and French fries, which are, of course, as you all know, Belgian fries. And this is one of the nicest cocktail bars in Europe, apparently. Dogma cocktails. Very nice. Yeah, nice, cozy streets, all kinds of galleries. Is cost of living expensive? Let me get out of the way to answer this one. Is cost of living expensive? Well, I think it kind of depends on what's the comparison with. Is it expensive compared to New York City? Probably not. Is it expensive compared to the eastern part of Europe? Yes, it is. So it's mediocre. Belgium is I think, a general Western Europe country. Cost of living is not low, not high. I think it's median. I'm used to it, so um, definitely not on the same level as Scandinavia or something, but it's more expensive as Eastern Europe. I don't know if that answers the question. Where are you from? For presentation 525. In the meanwhile, I see the church of the city, I think. Compared to Sweden, I would say probably, but still kind of expensive probably. Well, I think actually Sweden is a lot more expensive than Belgium is. Um, yeah, well, maybe not a lot, but definitely it's more expensive. I think if Sweden is a benchmark, then Antwerp or Belgium is cheaper, definitely. What's the time there now? Everything is closed already? Well, it's around 8, 9 o'clock. It's already 9 o'clock. But due to COVID measures, all bars, restaurants are closed. Only takeaway allowed. This to prevent the pandemic to spread out. And that's probably still for another 14 days at least, 2 weeks. That's why it's so calm and not a lot of people around. It's also Monday night. Normally not a lot of people, but that's also why everything is closed. Government decided this. Where are you from? Denise? Denise? It's cozy little street, middle of the city center, with not a lot of people around, obviously. It's the second biggest city the uh, of Belgium, of the country, but it's definitely not compared to any other metropolitan as Paris or London or New York or whatever. Person. It's actually Europe thing when stores close early, right? Supermarkets close around 8, 7, 8-ish. Most small time stores close around 6, especially those outside of the city. I think here and there some supermarkets are open until 9, especially in the city center. Bars and restaurants close, I think, around 3 o'clock at night. Well, depending on how many people they still have, of course. But it might be a Europe thing. But we don't have those 24/7 shops. Maybe, I think, one or two gas stations around have the 24/7 shop, but for the rest, it's basically just, I think, between 6 and 8, I would say. Russian Moscow. Nice. Muslim there in Belgium. Well, there are a few Muslim immigrants living here in Belgium. Borgerhout is quite a big population of Muslims, but I wouldn't say. I think it's as any other European country, I would say. I have a friend that's from Russia, by the way. She's from Ufa. But Muslim parts of town exist. I don't know. Well, there are certainly parts of the city where there are more Muslims because they live together, but I wouldn't say it's Muslim only. Um, no. Tatar. I have no idea. I know she's from Ufa. I know she's together with a friend of mine. She lives here in Antwerp. Um, but yeah, she's from Ufa. Tatar is probably the province. I don't know. I'm not so familiar with Russia. Right, guys? Feel free. In English, French, or Dutch. Dutch being my native language, my mother's tongue. French being the second language of Belgium, and English because I've been talking English since the beginning of the stream. Between the Hill Street here in Antwerp. Very cozy. Really, really the center, the historical center of Belgium. Look at this, how nice. Yes. It's garbage day today. Do you understand German? It's kind of similar to Dutch, as I may say. Uh, well, I think for people who don't understand both, it's quite the same. I do understand a little bit of German. It's the third language of my uh, country. There is a small part that actually speaks German, so it's an official language of the city, of the country, excuse me. Do I understand it? If they talk very slowly, I might understand the most, the biggest part. I won't say I'm fluent in German. That's the nice thing about COVID. Normally, this is all roads. I'm just walking in the middle of the road. Okay, here they're still working at the moment, but right, guys. Any questions? This is a very cozy, small part of the city. Small place. This is a cozy little apartment. Bar, I would say. It's windy up there. Is it near a river? It is actually. It's near the Schelde. And it's close to one of the biggest harbors of Europe, or the second biggest after Rotterdam. Um, so yeah, there is a river nearby. I'm actually not that far away, quite far away from that river. So let me take you guys to it. It's not a big town, so I think it should be on the right here somewhere. But it's windy indeed. Now my headset isn't the best for recording. Microphone isn't that good for the wind, but fluid. Okay, let's go through here. This is a very small place. Apartments all around. Small apartments. That's cool. I think always there's quite secret spots, even in your own city. It's cool. This is the Vleeshuis. Used to be home of butchers in Antwerp in the Middle Ages, where they came together. Okay, I'm gonna mute my microphone for a while because it's indeed very windy. Less wind up in here. We're about to go near the river. Some nice bars around here, all in these buildings that's been here since the Middle Ages. Very, very cool. As this one, Jan zonder vrees. Jan without fear. And they're working behind this part. It's field. Let's continue walking. Oopsie daisy. fenced in. This used to be prison of the city. Antwerp had a toll booth to pass over the Schelde. The Schelde being the river around here. It's right around here. You won't see anything because it's dark, of course. Yeah. You won't see a thing. Actually, this is a river. All the lights back there. The other side, you can see a boat passing by. Right around there. That's the Schelde. And that way it goes to one of the biggest harbors of Western Europe. Or European. Right, let's go. Whoa! 11 people joining. Feel free to ask any question. Oh, sorry. English, French. Right, let's move back into the city center. We've had it with the wind and the river. Back to the center. As earlier said, currently all bars and restaurants are closed due to COVID-19 measures, meaning there's not a lot of people around. Right. Let me take a small break. Around here. I can see you. 11 people. Wow. They're all listening to my gibberish. Right, guys, feel free to ask any question in English, French, or Dutch. I'd like to interact with you guys. Still have a few steps to do before I reach my daily. That's why I'm doing this evening walk. And you run into Tom Shane. Who is Tom Shane? I have no idea who Tom Shane is. Who is Tom Shane? I suppose I did not, as I don't know who it is. Nice. Cathedral is currently being built and renovated. My friend's in the diamond business. Diamond business. This is a big business in Antwerp. It's too far to walk from here to there. Might be for the next round. I did the southern part of Antwerp already. Now we're in the historical city center, and I might take you through the Diamond City Center. Antwerp, as maybe not everybody would know, is the the center of the world in diamond trade. There are a lot of diamonds, and apparently 70% of all diamonds in the world pass through Antwerp or through the hands of Antwerp. So I myself am not a diamond trader, so I don't know Tom Shane, but that's quite logical. He comes through town, right? What do you think, guys? Let's move on. Let's move up. Okay. So all this, they're all restaurants, bars, all closed due to COVID-19. As some of you may know, the government here took COVID measures. They closed all restaurants and bars. That's really a shame. Really, this is quite a lovely neighborhood. It's quite vivid. Currently, it's not. Get a stabilizer. Right, guys. Any questions? Keep them coming. French, Dutch, or English. But to look out if they don't have face mask. That's a friture. Buy button fries on the street. Fried meat as well. Currywurst, fries, hamburgers. Really the best. And, whatever the name might suggest, they're not French fries, they're Belgian fries. Yeah, somewhere along the way, lost in translation. Fun fact, this building of Antwerp, and this is because it used to be a very Catholic city. There were no permits given for any building higher than this cathedral. So we have the second biggest building just around the corner being the tower of KBC, one of the Belgian banks, but it isn't higher than the cathedral because, well, it's the cathedral, or at least that's why, or how they. Not so windy around here. Nice chill bar. Oh, nice chill bars. I hope they survive the COVID-19 measures. This is actually buildings. Smallest parts of Antwerp. I think it's private. Let's go back. Any questions, guys? Seems pretty. Yeah, I've had a few people comment that. Currently, it's Monday night, 9 o'clock, around 9 o'clock, 9:15. But due to COVID measures, all restaurants and bars are closed. This is to prevent and fight current pandemic, which is a shame because I'm afraid not a lot of bars will survive this. But that's uh, that's a shame. But that's why it's so quiet around here. Everything is closed. Thanks. I will be very careful. But Antwerp is a very safe city. Actually, I'm not really afraid of any city in Belgium. I think we're quite safe. There are a few neighborhoods that are less safe than others, but still nothing compared to other metropoles. I want to say that Antwerp is a metropole, but yeah, this is nice. City center of Antwerp. Let's go. It's still around 5 minutes stream. It's now or never for those questions. Any question in English, French, or Dutch? Hit me up. I think we're gonna end up on this is the biggest shopping street of the city, being the map. There will not be a lot of people around because yeah, it's already 9 o'clock. Nothing is open anymore. This used to be my university college before I went to university itself. It's really in the city center. It's not very small. Yeah, it's very nice. Oh, hey, Isobit, where are you from? Because I think it's very important that you can walk around safely in your own city. I did study cross media management. This is basically social media management. And then I went to university communications. And currently I work as a business analyst in the biggest bank of Belgium. So I don't do anything with my studies anymore, but it gave me a nice entry ticket to what I do now. East Coast US. I understand that in some cities you can't. Isn't that only in like the major cities being, I don't know, some parts of LA, I assume you can't walk around safely? Oh, East Coast, no, that's the other way. New York or Chicago might be not so safe, but that's also depending on the neighborhoods, I guess. Is every big town as dangerous as what you see on TV, Chicago, and all those things? Because if so, that's really too bad. Right, let's go. This is my university. and that's the biggest hotel of Belgium. Probably jinxed it. Guy behind me tried to beg me for money or cigarettes. Yeah, it's quite safe, but yeah, some strange people sometimes. Right, guys, final minutes. Anything to ask in French, English, or Dutch? Now is the time. Because this stream is about to end. I'm about to go home, join a nice glass of wine. Oh my gosh. Is it lockdown there? It kind of depends what you mean about lockdown. Current measures are all bars and restaurants are closed. We're only allowed to see four people with face masks, obviously. One person you can see outside your family, outside your house, without masks. Um, but apart from that, you can still go to work, although home working is advised for every person that can do home working. Um, so is it lockdown? No, because I can still go out and walk. I can still go to the store as much as I want. All stores are open, even non-essential.